Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds.
And today we're going to be filming our winter TBR. We know winter already started, and we've already started reading, but we haven't talked about what we're reading. So that's what we're doing.
It's winter, but it's 60 degrees here.
Feels like spring. It's very nice. So let me start. One of the books that's on my TBR that I actually just finished reading is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. So once both of us have read this book, we're going to do a full review on this because it's amazing, folks. Absolutely amazing.
So excited about this.
It's about this guy who's like a caseworker for kids that have like magical aspects about them, and he has to go and check that their orphanage is like on the up and up. And he's quite particular, very rigid OCD kind of guy, like him. But the story that comes, it's amazing. It's really like, I loved all the magical pieces of it, but it hit my heart.
Yeah, you said that.
Yes, I was texting Joe as I'm reading this book, and I'm like, oh my God, you must read it. It really, my heart was fully gripped with this novel. Now I have to check out other things by this author. I mean, like, wow, this author made me feel some amazing emotions, for real.
And we didn't discuss you reading this like when you started it. So when you texted it to me, I'm like, oh, I have that book. And I got so excited. I went searching and I got it, and here it is, and I'm ready to read it soon.
This is Joe's copies because I'm reading on Kindle. All right.
So excited. All right, so my first one on my TBR is what did it say? A twisted psychological thriller.
Twisted.
And it's so me. It's Natalie Borelli, the housekeeper. It just sounds good. It sounds like one of those, like, it says they share a past, but only one of them knows it. Like, one woman sees another woman out.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, It just goes on from there. And what else can you want? I love thrillers. Somebody recommended this author to me, so I'm ready to give her a try.
Nice. And it doesn't look too cumbersome either. I mean,
Right.
like 2-something pages. Nice.
That's like a day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
What else is on my Kindle? Let's see. Oh, so I loaded The Mortal Instruments on my Kindle. I loaded like 20 books on my Kindle because I just got excited and I had to load everything that I was wanting to read.
They're so visually pleasing, the covers, I have to say. I've been looking at them for years.
Yes, I have too. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to read them already. We saw it in the library recently. I'm going to read them. So I read the first one, which was City of Bones.
Is this Cassandra Clare?
This is Cassandra Clare. So I was totally into it. This is kind of like, I don't know if it's going to actually be a book that you want to read. The main character is a 16-year-old girl, and it kind of has like that Twilight vibe to it, you know, and there's like the little romancy kind of thing that I love. So that gripped me. But I don't really want to talk about this today and ruin things for you guys, but she does something in this book at the end that like ruptures something that you're feeling about this relationship in this book, and I'm like, wait, what? But yet I was like, oh my God, I need to read the second one. So I was kind of like, but then need to keep going. So I'm going to read all of them. I loaded every single one onto my Kindle. I'm doing it.
Wow, that's a lot of books.
It is. I think there's 6 of them.
And there's like offshoots.
I don't remember.
And off series and all these types of things.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting with this 6 or 7.
You're going to commit to that for now.
Yes.
And then you'll make a decision later.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll read them all.
I'm sure I will.
In like a month's time.
We'll see.
All right.
I mean, Beesmas is still very much distracting me, so.
Sure is. All right, so next on my TBR, this book showed up at work one day, and I was so excited to see it, but I didn't know whose it was. Nobody has claimed it for at least a month.
Like,
it's now mine.
Laying there.
I'm like, okay, this is mine. Where did it come from? Nobody claimed. I asked around.
It was up there for you.
Yeah, I love Sebastian Maniscalco. Amazing comedian, hysterical. He's Italian, so I really relate to him and all of his shtick. So look at him. He like jumps up in the air on stage. He's so active.
High energy.
He's hysterical. So it's like, you know, there is some of his comedy in here, like how he grew up with his father or whatever, but it's also like how he broke onto the scene. And it's amazing. Whenever I read one of those stories about how driven somebody is to endure all the rejection and whatever in Hollywood, and like no money and wait, you know, he was a waiter. It's amazing. It's so inspiring. It's
Absolutely.
so inspiring. So.
And it sounds like it'll be fun too.
Yeah. Okay,
so the other thing I've been reading is The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer, and I'm reading this because Joe started reading it for his winter TBR, passed me the first book when he was done.
Yep.
I'm on the second one, and we're committed. Like, you're in it. You're reading all of them right now.
So in it. It's so good.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard of the Land of Stories, it's like a mashup of all the different fairy tales, and these kids kind of like stumble into the fairy tale land. For me, it reminds me so much of Magic Tree House, because this is like a very young, the Magic Tree House is for like little kids to read, where like the kids fall into a book and they go explore, you know, the dinosaurs or something like that.
Yeah.
But these kids fall into this magical world and they're off on a fairy tale adventure. And it's just really cool. Like, it rewrites a lot of the stuff for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about it?
Yeah, I just love how funny this book is. Like, he is hysterical, this author. Like, the humor in it is just amazing. And it reminds me of Once Upon a Time, that really popular show about all the fairy tales that was on a couple years ago. So I kind of like am inserting all those actors in there, because it's kind of along the same lines. Like, you know, reimagining the fairy tales. And it's so creative. You get into history and the Grimm's brothers and Hans Christian Andersen. I just freaking love it. It's so good.
You get new perspectives on like the evil queen and things like that. Very nice. And the books are like 400 and 500 pages long, but they're written at a very basic level. So if you have a young reader who likes reading big books, they could absolutely read these. But I feel like, you know, we're adults, we're enjoying these books. They're thick, they're good.
Okay, next on my TBR is Frederick Bachman. We have Britt Marie was here. Now, Britt Marie is a recurring character in a lot of his novels, and she's a very interesting character. So I think we learn a little bit about her background in here and why she is the way that she is. She's kind of like an ornery, like crotchety type of person. So we learn about her, and again, I've talked about Frederick Bachman before, and his writing is just, his writing is so good.
You love him, and I haven't read him yet.
I love him.
I feel like I should.
It's just so different, so poetical, but not really, not in a way that you wouldn't like. It's really good, so I'm excited to get into this.
Awesome.
What you got next, Mare?
Next, I'm going to read All's Well by Mona Awad. I loaded it on my Kindle. I have no idea what it's about. I haven't even looked at it. But I read Bunny by Mona Awad, which is why Joe's screaming from our reenactment of that one.
That's so bizarre.
And that book was so peculiar. And it's classified as like a horror, which I don't generally read horror, and I wasn't scared. I like laughed out loud while I was reading it.
Oh, Bunny. I know, Bunny.
So I have no idea what All's Well is about. I imagine it's, you know, a similar writing style. So I like to go in blind to things, so that's what I'm doing. But I am going to read All's Well by Mona Awad because I've been meaning to for like over 6 months.
Yeah.
It's now on my Kindle. It's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Have fun.
Thanks.
Let me know how
I'll
it
let
is.
you know if it's another peculiar one.
Write a good scene for us.
I will.
All right, what's next on mine? All right, Tana French. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. In the Woods. I've had this book for a long time. My friend just picked this up and she read it, and it's like a psychological suspense. So, and this is a debut thriller. I love debut books, so I'm just want to get into this. 3 children leave their small Dublin neighborhood to play in the surrounding woods, and they go missing.
And
Let's get into
the
it.
cover's very nice.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Scary.
Very artistic.
An
Edgar
Allan Poe Award.
Nice.
So you know this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So mystery time.
So another one I loaded onto my Kindle is Ravens by Danielle Page because I really enjoyed Stealing Snow by her. And I just want to read something else by her. And I could read the whole Dorothy thing, but I feel like there's just so many of them.
I have them all.
I know you do.
You could borrow them.
Not yet.
Ravens has such a great cover too.
And
did you see Monarchs?
No, I didn't. Oh, I think
That's
I
like
have
the
seen that.
segment, all the butterflies.
Yes.
Butterfly. I like to say it like
Butterfly.
that. Yeah.
So I'm going to read that one because I just want to read more of that author. And it's been a while since I read her, so I'm doing it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what Ravens is about. I'm assuming there's some ravens in it.
Yeah, is it like a sorority witches? I don't know.
We'll see.
Like that.
I'm just going to read it. I really like to read blind.
Oh, so I just ruined it.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Good.
I'm not going to edit this.
Don't watch this.
I'm not going to watch it.
All right, my turn.
What do you want?
Can we like do a little switcheroo? Because I'm a little
Did you go through all these?
packed. Yeah.
What you got next?
So I'm on this like fantasy middle grade type kick with Wizards of Once and Land of Stories. So here we have Fable Haven by Brandon Mull, and I have a few of these. I just can't resist when I go in the bookstore and I see all these amazing covers. This sounds right?
Yeah.
This sounds so cool. Like a whole bunch of like magical creatures are like gathered in this place called Fable Haven to prevent their extinction. I'm reading that. Why wouldn't I read that?
Cute. You have to let me know if it's one I'll like. What I really love is when they put on the side, it says book 1. I mean, thank you, authors and publishing companies, because I hate picking up a book and going, can I read this? Do I have to read something else? Book 1, right there.
So helpful.
So clear. Thank you.
You mentioned that before. I agree.
Yes. I feel very passionately about that.
It's very important.
It's worth mentioning.
We are
again.
very busy. I can't open up Goodreads every time I need to see a series order.
Right. But thank you, Goodreads, for being there for us. To
Yeah, we do like Goodreads.
What do we do without it?
I mean, really.
All right, what else I got here?
Okay.
So another one I loaded on my Kindle is Hero of the Ages, which is the 3rd in the Mistborn saga. Trilogy. I don't know. What do I want to call that? 3rd book by Brandon Sanderson. And I hit slowdowns when I read the 1st and the 2nd, but I enjoyed them. And the story's really powerful. The characters are really engaging. I still, it's been months since I touched them and I've retained all of it. So I absolutely do need to read the 3rd one. It's just that I know that it's going to be heavy for me. So that's why I have all these other fun, lighter books that I'm ripping through. And then I'm going to also address Hero of the Ages. It's going to happen.
Okay. Good plan.
Yes.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. So last on my TBR will be a Lisa Jewell novel. I love Lisa Jewell. The Truth About Melody Brown. Now this, I think I picked this up. Maybe it was from this library. I love the library free book cart. Constantly browsing. I have a problem. So I found this Lisa Jewell book that I never heard of. So I'm like, I need that in my life. So I'm gonna do what Mary does. I'm gonna go in blind. I don't know what it's about. So there you have it.
You know you love the author, so you might as well just read it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really love going in blind. It's just a different experience, to not be anticipating something and just let it unfold as you're in it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 more things that are loaded on my Kindle already. I'm ready to go. I have Cinder, which is by Marissa Mayer, and it's the first in a Lunar Chronicles. I only loaded the first of that book, so that to me says I'm not committed, which is interesting because the others I'm like, load them all.
Okay.
So I loaded the first one because I just want to.
You want to try it out?
I want to get a taste of it, and then I loaded all of the Scythe series.
The who?
Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Have you seen this book on the cover? It's like red and black, and there's a person with that Grim Reaper
knife thing.
Yeah, I know nothing about it other than that. I know the cover, and I know people like it. So I loaded all 3 of those into my Kindle. I have committed.
That I'm interested in.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we have a lot of good reading plans. I'm excited.
This is an extensive TBR, guys.
Yeah, and I've been gaming a lot lately and not reading. And Joe's like, Mary, what are you doing? So I am now more balanced reading and gaming. And I think the gaming's going to start to go away and the reading's going to take over again.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Get my book bud back.
All
so
right.
what do you guys think about this TBR? Have you read any?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Book buds!
Oh, no.
Oh.
I love my book buds. Be sure to subscribe.
Oh, really?
I know.
We're gonna park right here. Are you coming to watch the show?
Don't they know that we're doing a movie show?
A movie show. That's what we do, folks. We do movie shows.
I'm like from 1920, apparently.
They're not reenactments. They're not skits. They're movie shows.
They're movie shows. Let's rename it a 3rd time.